Good morning, students. Okay, today we'll discuss some important NEMO reactions in organic chemistry. Okay, last video we discussed nearly 20 NEMO reactions in organic chemistry. Today we'll discuss 21 NEMO reactions in organic chemistry. Next video we'll discuss some more important organic reactions, important NEMO organic reactions in chemistry. Okay, here Wolff-Kishner reduction, Clemmensen reduction, Birch reduction, MPV reduction, Oppenauer oxidation, Itard reaction, Itard oxidation, Elb's persulfate oxidation, Shapley-Schiff oxidation, Orr-Neustad synthesis, Riemann-Timmer reaction. Okay, here Williamson's reaction, Kolbe-Schmidt reaction, Aldol Cross-Aldol condensation, Tishenko reaction, Kittal condensation reaction, Stephen reaction, Hoffman reaction, Gabriel Thallimide reaction, HVZ reaction, Kenizero reaction and Diels-Alder reaction. Okay, we'll discuss all those reactions in one platform. Okay, here we'll start with the Wolff-Kishner reduction. What is the Wolff-Kishner reduction? It is one of the reduction. Okay, what is the reagent used in Wolff-Kishner reduction? Okay, here in Wolff-Kishner reduction we use, first start with the first one, Wolff-Kishner reduction. Wolff-Kishner reduction, the reagent is, in Wolff-Kishner reduction, the reagent is hydrazine. Okay, here hydrazine and potassium hydroxide along with glycol. Okay, in some books it may be mentioned as, ethyl alcohol also. This is the one of the reducing agent. Okay, here the C double bond O functional group, carbonyl functional group converts into CH2. Carbonyl functional group converts into CH2. Okay, here oxygen will be removed. Removal of oxygen we called as oxidation. Okay, hydrogen will be added. Removal of oxygen is called reduction. Addition of hydrogen also we called as reduction. Okay, here oxygen was removed and in place of that oxygen we add hydrogen. That is simple. In the presence of this we called as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Here I am taking different. Here I am taking formaldehyde. Okay, here I am taking formaldehyde. In the presence of Wolff-Kishner reagent, what happened? We'll get the CH4, methane. Okay, we'll get the methane. Here, if you take benzaldehyde, this O, remove that O and add H2. What you will get here? Toluene. We'll get toluene. Okay, you take acetaldehyde. What happened? Here we'll get ethane. You take acetone. This is the acetone. CH3, C double bond O, CH3. We called as acetone. What happened? Here we'll get CH3, CH2, CH3. Okay, this is about the first reaction that we called as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Okay, in continuation we'll see the second reaction, Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction also same, but the reagent is different. Okay, Clemmensen reduction also same, but reagent is different. Second one, Clemmensen reduction. Okay, the reagent in Clemmensen reaction is zinc mercury. We called as zinc amalgam. Zinc mercury hydrochloric acid. This is the reagent. Okay, this is the reagent. This we called zinc mercury. Zinc mercury alloys are simply considered as amalgams. Zinc amalgam hydrochloric acid is the reagent for the Clemmensen reduction. Here also same. C double bond O functional group converting into CH2 functional group. Okay, here also we remove the oxygen, we add the hydrogen. Okay, same reaction. I am taking some examples. Here I am taking formaldehyde. Okay, in presence of same zinc mercury hydrochloric acid. Here we get methane. Okay, here you take benzaldehyde, and here we get toluene. Okay, here you will take acetaldehyde. We will get ethane. Okay, you take any one, any molecule. Okay, will get. Okay, here will get the. Okay, here will get the CH2 functional group. Here I am taking one simple. Okay, steroidal molecule. Okay, this is the one steroidal molecule. This is the one steroidal molecule. Okay, steroidal molecule. Okay, what happened? Zinc, mercury, hydrochloric acid. If you add zinc, mercury, hydrochloric acid, what happened? There is no change in any molecule, but this CO2 group converting into CH2. Just I want to draw that structure. Nothing to worry. Here we'll get only here H, here H. We'll get the here steroidal with keto functional group or aldehyde functional group converting into alkane functional group. Will converting into alkane functional group. This is about the second reaction, Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction. And here we'll see the one more important reduction, Birch reduction. Birch reduction and reduction in the presence of Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, here we'll see third reaction, Birch reduction. Birch reduction. What is the reagent here? Lithium or sodium or potassium in presence of liquid ammonia. Lithium or sodium. Okay, in the presence of liquid ammonia, what you will get? Here I am taking alkyne. Here I am taking alkyne. Here you add the hydrogen. Here you add the hydrogen. What happened? After the addition of hydrogen to alkyne, we'll get the alkenes. Okay, here we'll get two types of alkenes. In the presence of this lithium liquid ammonia or sodium liquid ammonia, here we'll get trans. Okay, here we'll get a trans alkene. This we called as trans alkene. Okay, this reaction we called conversion of alkyne into trans alkene. Conversion of alkyne into trans alkyne we called as Birch reduction. Okay, here we'll get the cis alkene also in the presence of one more reagent. In the presence of palladium, barium sulfate, and quinoline. Quinoline is the one of the important molecule. Okay, here palladium, barium sulfate, quinoline. In the presence of this one, we'll get here cis alkene. Okay, cis alkene. This palladium, barium sulfate, quinoline mixture we called as Lindlar's catalyst. This we called as Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, in presence of liquid ammonia, sodium liquid ammonia, we'll get the trans alkene that we called as Birch reduction. And here, formation of the cis alkene in the presence of palladium, barium sulfate, and quinoline. This mixture we called as Lindlar's catalyst. This is about the one more reduction, Birch reduction, and reduction in the presence of Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, here I wanted to discuss MPV reduction. MPV, Meerwein-Ponndorf-Verley reduction. Meerwein-Ponndorf-Verley reduction and Oppenauer oxidation. Okay, next Meerwein MPV reduction. Okay, Oppenauer oxidation. Okay, Meerwein MPV means Meerwein-Ponndorf. Okay, Meerwein-Ponndorf-Verley reduction. Okay, here Oppenauer oxidation and Meerwein-Ponndorf reduction. Okay, forward reaction we called as reduction, Meerwein-Ponndorf reduction. Backward reaction we called as Oppenauer oxidation. You take here acetone. Here I am taking acetone. Add the hydrogen. In the presence of aluminium isopropoxide. Aluminium isopropoxide. Okay, sometimes we use the aluminum hydropropoxide, aluminum tertiary butoxide. Okay, instead of this one, we'll use aluminum. Okay, here hydro tertiary butoxide. Tertiary butoxide also one of the important ingredient. Okay, this acts as a reducing agent. This can reduce. Okay, here this can reduce. Okay, acetone into alcohol. Acetone into secondary alcohol. Here it is a secondary alcohol. We call 2-propanol. Okay, it is acetone. Okay, here this reaction we called as reduction. Forward reaction we called as reduction. 2-propanol lose the hydrogen and form acetone. 2-propanol lose the hydrogen and form the acetone in the presence of same reagent. Okay, we called as oxidation. Okay, forward reaction we called as MPV reduction. Backward reaction we called as open or oxidation reaction. Okay, what is here? Forward reaction we called as MPV reduction. Backward reaction we called as open or oxidation. This is about the one important oxidation reaction and reduction reaction which is used in our organic chemistry. Okay, then in continuation we'll see the on-ester synthesis. This is also one of the important one. Okay, here on-ester synthesis. This is used for on-ester synthesis used for the preparation of carboxylic acid, higher carboxylic acid from lower carboxylic acid. Okay, here carboxylic acid to higher carboxylic acid. What happened? Formic acid to acetic acid. Acetic acid to propanoic acid. Acetic acid to propanoic acid. Benzoic acid to phenyl acetic acid. Okay, preparation of higher carboxylic acid from the lower carboxylic acid. Here we called as on-ester synthesis. What is the reagent here? Okay, here in this method we use the first reagent is thionyl chloride. Second reagent is diazomethane. Second reagent is diazomethane. And third reagent is silver oxide. And fourth reagent is water. This we called as on-ester synthesis. What is the use of on-ester synthesis? Okay, it is used for the preparation of higher carboxylic acid from the lower carboxylic acid. Propanoic acid to butanoic acid, formic acid to acetic acid to propanoic acid, benzoic acid to phenyl acetic acid. This is about the on-ester synthesis. What is the on-ester synthesis? Okay, preparation of higher carboxylic acid from lower carboxylic acid. What are the reagents in? Okay, here on-ester synthesis. What are the reagents? Okay, thionyl chloride, diazomethane. Okay, here we called di. Two nitrogens are there na, so diazo. Okay, here methane, diazomethane, silver oxide and water. These are the important reagents in on-ester synthesis. Okay, in continuation we'll see some more reactions. Sharpless epoxidation. Okay, what is the meaning of epoxidation? The conversion of alkene into epoxide we called as epoxidation. The conversion of alkene into epoxide we called as epoxidation. Okay, what is the sharpless epoxidation? Okay, here allyl alcohol. Okay, allyl alcohol I am writing here in different way. CH2 double bond CH, CH2 OH. This is allyl alcohol. Okay, in the presence of tertiary butyl hydroperoxide, I am writing like this. This is the tertiary butyl group, this is the hydrogen. Okay, so we called as tertiary butyl hydroperoxide. And titanium isopropoxide, tetra isopropyl titanium, and here diethyl tartrate. This is the reagent for the Sharpless epoxidation. What happened? Epoxides are formed. What are the epoxides? Cyclic ethers we simply called as a epoxide. This group converting into epoxide. Okay, here we get CH2, OH. This compound was formed. This we called as epoxide. Okay, it contain only alcohol functional group. It contain epoxide functional group along with the alcohol functional group. This we called as Sharpless epoxidation. Here I am taking one simple molecule, styrene. Already we know about the styrene. This is the styrene. Vinyl benzene we called as styrene. Okay, if vinyl benzene styrene undergoes Sharpless epoxidation, what happens here? Okay, here we'll get epoxide. Here we'll get the epoxide. This is the ethylene epoxide of benzene. Ethylene epoxide of benzene. This we simply called as Sharpless epoxidation. Then in continuation we'll see the HVZ reaction. What is the HVZ reaction? Hell-Vollard-Zielinski reaction. Okay, what is the Hell-Vollard-Zielinski reaction? This is simply we called as alpha halogenation. Alpha halogenation was observed in carboxylic acid. Okay, the molecule which have alpha hydrogen, the carboxylic acid which have alpha hydrogen, those only involved in HVZ reaction. What are the reagents here? Chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus. Chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus. Alpha halogenation reaction observed. What is that? Okay, here I am taking acetic acid reacts with chlorine or bromine in the presence of red phosphorus. What happened? Only alpha hydrogen replaced with the chlorine. Only alpha hydrogen. Suppose for example I am taking propanoic acid. Only alpha hydrogen replaced. Okay, it reacts with bromine. What happened in the presence of red phosphorus? We'll see here. Okay, here one hydrogen is replaced. Alpha chloroacetic acid. Okay, in continuation alpha chloroacetic acid, acetic acid. Here alpha chloropropanoic acid. Alpha chloropropanoic acid. Alpha chloropropanoic acid and alpha chloroacetic acid. Okay, this we called as alpha halogenation. Alpha halogenation we simply called as Hell-Vollard-Zielinski reaction. Okay, what is the Hell-Vollard-Zielinski reaction? Here acetic acid reacts with halogen. It may be bromine or it may be chlorine. Forms alpha halo concerned carboxylic acid. That we called as alpha halogenation, and that reaction we called as HVZ reaction. Okay, in continuation we'll see the here Diels-Alder reaction. What is the Diels-Alder reaction? It is one of the addition reaction, cyclo-addition reaction. This is one of the cycloaddition reaction. Diels-Alder reaction. Diels-Alder reaction. Okay, all addition reactions are green reaction. So this is also one of the important green reaction. What is the meaning of green eco reaction, eco-friendly reaction or green reaction? What is the meaning of green reaction? Okay, that if any reaction can't liberate the byproducts or can't liberate the harmful products, such type of reactions are we called as green reaction, eco-friendly reaction. Okay, eco-friendly reaction, these are simply considered 100% economy reactions. Okay, 100% economy reaction, microwave synthesis, all addition reaction, microwave synthesis, all these are the, and and in presence of phase transfer catalyst, the reaction which are observed in the presence of phase transfer catalyst, those are simply considered as a green reaction. Green solvents are there. Most of the ionic liquids are green solvents. Ionic liquids are green solvents. Okay, in presence of ion liquid, there is no evolution of harmful product. There is no effect to the atmosphere. Such type of reactions are called green reactions. Such type of chemistry we called as green chemistry. Okay, here green reaction, and I'm taking Diels-Alder reaction. Diels-Alder reaction. Okay, take 1,3-butadiene. This is the 1,3-butadiene. Addition with ethylene. Okay, it is a diene. Okay, it is a dienophile. Dienophile means which is okay like to react with the molecule which like to react with the diene, we called as dienophile. Dienophile. Okay, in presence of sunlight, if it is called photochemical reaction, or in presence of temperature, we called as thermal reaction. Thermal green reaction or thermal Diels-Alder reaction, photochemical green reaction. What happened here? Okay, these pi electrons are transferred towards diene. These diene electrons are transferred towards next carbon atom. Next, these pi electrons are transferred towards towards the ethylene molecule. Okay, this addition reaction is called 4pi 2pi addition reaction. Sorry. Okay, 4pi 2pi. Here 4pi electrons, here 2pi electrons. We called as 4pi 2pi addition reaction. Okay, here we'll get the cyclic molecule. That's why we called as cycloaddition reaction. It is also called as cycloaddition reaction. Okay, here what happened? Here we'll get the cyclic bond and with double bond. This is the new pi bond. This is the new pi bond. This is the new sigma bond. This is also new sigma bond. Okay, cyclohexene formation. Cyclohexene was formed. Okay, that's why this simply considered as a cycloaddition reaction. Okay, it is a green reaction. If you take any molecule, okay, here take 1,3-butadiene and vinyl chloride, 1,3-butadiene with vinyl cyanide, or any molecule will get products of cyclohexene. Okay, here we'll get the chlorine, here we'll get the cyanide. What is the IUPAC name of this one? Use the numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-chloro cyclohexene. 4-chlorocyclohexene. Here 4-cyano. It is a substance. That's why I used cyano. 4-cyanocyclohexene. 4-cyanocyclohexene. This is about the Diels-Alder reaction. One of the important reaction, that is green reaction. One of the important reaction, that is green reaction. Okay, here in continuation we'll discuss Williamson's reaction. Sorry, wait for 1 minute. Here disturbance observed.